So, you've been on the hunt in finding a way to achieve that film look. Your scene may take place somewhere back in time. Perhaps you want to give a narrative of reliving a moment, or simply, you just want something different. Instead of putting yourself through that dreadful search, testing out that one odd preset, end up hating it, and then searching for more, look no further because Dehancer is here. What Dehancer is it is a film simulation plugin that emulates a variety of film stocks, from Kodak to Ilford to Fujifilm, you name it. This is to achieve the look of film from the past before progressing into the digital film we have today. Before we begin, I want to fully disclose that Dehancer has provided me with their product in return for my full, honest opinion and review of their plugin. Dehancer is available for DaVinci Resolve, Adobe Premiere, and Final Cut Pro. Today we'll be focusing on the Final Cut Pro version as it is my primary editor. But first, let me introduce myself here real quick. My name is Brandon and I am a filmmaker based in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. A lot of my experience is in events. And it just so happens that in the midst of creating a wedding film, I wanted to give the feeling of remembering what it was like being there and the special moments that occurred throughout the day. Dehancer was a great tool to help me with that, as their plugin provides different film emulations, looks from the past, and being that a wedding day only happens once, this was a perfect plugin to invoke that feeling of nostalgia. What I loved about Dehancer was how easy it was to convert your footage. You could do it straight from Rec 709, or the even better option, in my opinion, is choosing your camera, its model, and the format. I really like this option as perhaps you're shooting with a second shooter and they have a different brand of camera. This makes it more seamless and you don't have to do as much grading. It's just a really neat feature to have. Another cool feature I wanted to point out in Dehancer's plugin is the blooming highlights. And it just so happened that at this wedding shoot, just due to the nature of run and gun wedding filmmaking, I didn't have time to attach my Promise filters to add that into my image. But luckily for me, in Dehancer, there is a blooming highlights tab. And as you can see here, it brought an extra pop to the grand exit shot, especially to those sparklers. At first, when I got Dehancer, I simply thought it was just going to be different LUTs of different film emulations and you just kind of throw it on your footage and they're done deal and you just have a whole pack. But it's way more than that, and I really appreciate Dehancer putting the customization options, and you could just go through different things and really tweak and customize your footage to get it the way that you want it to. And it's not just one option. I'm talking like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different options, like controlling your grain, the damage, the bloom, the halation. It's just awesome stuff. So now, with all the good, is there any bad with Dehancer? It is only necessary for me to tell since it's an honest review. Luckily, there isn't too much, but there is some that I would like to point out. Number one is pricing. As many of us know, when we first start filmmaking, there is a lot of expenses, from your camera to your lens to lights, all of these other accessories such as stands, you name it. I think that Dehancer is a great tool to invest in, but that is more later down in the future as you build up your toolkit. But Dehancer combats this by offering a free trial. And what you could do in that time is create different looks and films with their plugin. And eventually, if you build up that clientele that are requesting the film look, that is something that you could add on your tab of the invoice. And from there, Dehancer could be the right tool for you. Via their website, Dehancer has been active since 2014 and still offering updates to this day. As a consumer, it's good to know that a company will provide any fixes, changes, add-ons, or anything else that is needed to keep up with the industry. And for some, there may be a greater learning curve. as admittedly, some of us don't understand what using film was ever like. Being in the modern age, many of us who are younger, we may have only ever used digital cameras, and learning the numbers and different terminologies is just something that we will have to go through. Overall, if you are looking for a plugin with amazing customization, feels like plug and play, multiple ongoing features, Dehancer is the plugin for you. Know that I plan to continue to use this for my future projects, as it provides me another way to tell a story. And I thank you, Dehancer, once again for providing me their product to review. If you want to give it a try, I encourage you to check out and download their free trial. And if you'd believe it'd be a great tool to add onto your kit, you can use my promo code, DEBS10. This will help support the channel, and you get 10% off of Dehancer's plugin. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.